shadows of the city, stories linger on. Darren and Doug, with the sun just barely gone. We wander through the alleys where the whispers dwell. Old bricks talking softly, every crack a spell. The light falls through broken windows, illuminating space. Lost places breathe again.
Can you imagine? It's the 1700s and you're the lighthouse keeper in this building, and you wake up every morning to see a spectacular, beautiful view like this. I don't know if you can see it, but in the center of your screen, out on that island, that's Fort Gorges. I'm gonna try and like zoom in a little for you, which is right there. And way over here, you're looking at downtown Portland. If you've never seen the East Coast, or if you've never been to Maine, I highly recommend that you come here this year. So this is the home where the lighthouse keeper would have lived. And he would make sure to keep the light lit because back in those days it was not automated. It was done by flame. And of course, you know, during rough weather, he would be able to go from the house, walking along this interior corridor, all the way into the lighthouse tower. Gonna see real quick. I'll take a little peek in here. There's a model up. Can't really see. There you go. They have a model of the lighthouse in there that you can see. The reflection is hard to see. And now the house is automated. And these are the foghorns that you would hear when there was foggy, bad weather. Did you know that, Doug?
No.
These are the foghorns.
Oh, those.
Just look at the scenery. Look how beautiful this is. And there's another lighthouse out there. So Doug,
Yes?
what do you think about this beautiful lighthouse?
I like it.
Would you ever want to be a lighthouse keeper? No?
Probably not.
I would. Just for the views alone.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. You can actually, I'm not quite sure how tall this is, but we are walking around the base of it. It's all stone and cement. This is the other side of the house. Beautiful, beautiful house. beautiful Maine coast scenery. This damage right here more than likely happened during a winter storm where the fence was like just totally like destroyed. There is a sign on this rock over here, so I'm going to try and zoom in the best I can to get it. Which is kind of an interesting little tidbit. Although it is easy to tell how a ship would become shipwrecked here, but just look at it. Absolutely beautiful.
I think that the scenery at Portland Headlight has to be the most interesting, if not the most beautiful place in Maine. With all the scenery around the ocean, the rocky coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're not from the East Coast or the New England area, you'll just never quite understand. And we have some brutal winters up here. But yeah. So we're visiting the Portland Headlight today, April 17th, 2026. It's a beautiful day. Temps are in the high 60s. Absolutely stunning view. I could so wake up every morning in this home to the sound of the beautiful crashing waves and the smell of the fresh ocean air. Absolutely breathtaking. Again, if you've never been to Maine, I highly suggest you stopping at the Portland Headlight. The Portland Headlight is located at Fort Williams Park in Cape Elizabeth, Maine. Fort Williams Park is a huge former military compound, probably back from the 1800s in that time period. I'm not sure, but I believe that Doug and I will probably go at least see if we can get some pictures of that. But so with that being said, I think it's time that Doug and I say farewell, and we'll see you again on our next Explore. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And as always, peace.
Peace.
In the shadows of the city, stories linger on. Darren and Doug, with the sun just barely gone.